What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. Happy September. Hope you guys are having a good month. Hee hee ha ha. Today I've got a subscriber story that was sent in to me about a unfortunate incident that went down at a car show, ending up with a supercar getting totaled. Honestly, you gotta love the fact that people take their supercars to the car show only to try to show off and end up without one. Regardless, I figured it would be a pretty entertaining story time, but before we get into it, be sure to press the like button, otherwise, no joke, no scam, someone will blow up your Minecraft house, and without further ado, let's get into it.
I'm getting quiet now, laying low when you reach zone, piping down, making out.
Alright, so as I said, this was a subscriber story that was sent in to me, and apparently this guy that we're gonna call Tony was a big fan of car shows. For those of you that don't know what that is, for some bizarre reason, it's basically like there'll be a parking lot on a Saturday morning. Everybody in town that's got a cool car will kind of go there, drink coffee, look at cars, take pictures of cars. It's basically what it sounds like. It's a car show. And I guess they're pretty fun to hang out at. I've been to a couple of them, but sometimes at car meets, the best thing isn't necessarily looking at cars, it's the people watching. Because some of the people that show up to car shows just tend to have this attitude that, owning a car is their entire personality trait. And it was at one of these car shows that our subscriber ended up running into a guy that had brought a Lamborghini. And listen, I think we all know that Lamborghinis are a little bit up there in terms of cost on a car. Yeah, you can find a Lambo for cheap, but chances are you're sinking at least $250,000 into one. If you're gonna get something really flex-worthy, absolutely nutty. So whenever you see someone pull up with the Lamborghini, it tends to turn some heads. And the town that this kid was from wasn't necessarily crazy large either, so it was even more bizarre to see an exotic supercar there. He was from an older town in the Midwest, so most of the cars at this car show would be muscle cars, stuff made in America in the 70s, and it wasn't too common to see something as flashy as a Lamborghini in the area. And obviously, when Lambo dude pulled up and parked in the spot, a lot of people started giving him attention, but it wasn't like the owner was a nice dude. Instead, it was just a total douchebag moment. Instead of just being a little bit humbled by the fact everybody wanted to come look at his car, being nice about it, letting people take pictures of it and whatnot, the second people walked up to him and started asking him questions about it, he was blowing them off, saying that if they hadn't done their research, he really had no reason to be talking to them, which is ridiculous, bro. Everyone's here to be at the car show. They're not here to know everything about your car. And on top of that, somebody else tried to take a picture of it, and he got pissed off, jumped in front of him and started saying that the only way anyone was going to get a picture of his Lambo is if they paid him, and it was going to be $8 a pop for a picture. Which, listen, dude, I understand whatever. You're kind of out and about. People are taking pictures of you and whatnot. That would be annoying. You might want to charge them. But, dude, first of all, a car's not a person. And second of all, it's a Lamborghini. People are going to take pictures of it. I'm sorry. If you wanted to fly under the radar and not get a lot of attention, you picked the wrong car, dude. I'm sure it's annoying to have people taking pictures of your car and all that stuff, but you want to know the real key to having people not do that? Not driving a $250,000 car, especially to a car show where people are going to take pictures of it. Anyways, he started saying that he was going to charge people to take pictures with his car, and nobody was willing to pay for it. They were all just kind of oh, okay, if you're going to be like that, then I guess we're just not going to take a picture of it. I think this is also really stupid because I really just don't know what he expected. I'm sure driving down the road on a Tuesday in a Lamborghini, some kid at a crosswalk is going to take a picture of your car. Let alone taking it to a car show and expecting nobody to take a picture of it might be the dumbest thing of all time. Maybe that's how he's paying the bills on the Lamborghini. He really can't afford it. He just takes all the photo op money from all the car shows he goes to, and that's how he's paying for it. This is basically the equivalent of taking a brand new super cute puppy to a crowded dog park, right? And then being really pissed off when someone's like, "Can I pet your dog?" Yeah, you brought a cute puppy in public. Everyone's gonna want to pet it, dude. That seems like a pretty normal thing. Anyways, after he started trying to charge people and be condescending, what was once kind of getting a lot of attention, a lot of people coming over there, ended up emptying out pretty quick. For the first 10 minutes, he had people coming over and asking to talk about the car and whatnot, and he was being a jerk. But once everybody at the show kind of realized that he was a jerk and not fun to talk to, they just stopped giving him attention. Nobody was looking at it, nobody was taking pictures of it, and it got so annoying to this guy, his ego was so bruised by that he started reminding people hey guys, look at my Lamborghini here. Come on, I don't know why you guys care about all these other cars when my Lamborghini is right here. Like, he was so offended at the fact that nobody wanted to come talk to him about his car and take pictures of it that he started reminding people that it was there. And trust me, dude, everybody knew that it was there. They just didn't want to deal with you. You can look at a car from far away. You don't necessarily have to go up and talk to the owner. And so he kind of tries his best to remind people that it's there. He lowers the price from $8 a picture to $5 a picture. Surprisingly, wow, that doesn't get people lining up outside the door. Who would have thunk it? You would think with discounts like that, he would have had some Black Friday doorbusters waiting outside, camping outside to get a picture with his car, but that just didn't happen. So once he realizes he's just kind of SOL, no one's giving him any attention, he decides that he's going to dip out early, right? But he can't leave without trying to get the last word in. He's just that type of guy. So he just starts ranting about how he's never going to come to a car show in any hick town again, and crappy towns like this never appreciate actual automobiles. Everyone here's a moron. They're all stupid. Calling everybody rednecks, insulting them, and everyone's like, all right, bro, bye. Like, go ahead and leave. And anyways, he starts pulling out onto the main road from the parking lot they're in. And if you've ever been to a car show, then you know that, like, the road in front of a car show tends to be pretty loud. Because as people are leaving the car show, they'll show off, they'll do burnouts, they'll try to, like, do really cool stuff to, you know, show off in front of their friends. And I guess Lambo dude, as he's leaving the car show, decided that he was going to show everyone here what they were missing out on, let them know what the Lamborghini could do so they can regret not paying $8 for a photo. Because when he gets out on the main road, he starts trying to do a burnout. And you would think someone that owns a Lamborghini would be pretty good at driving a car. Like, I know doing a burnout in a Lambo is probably not great for it, considering, like, replacing anything on that car is an arm and a leg. But if you already own one, whatever, you're rich. You would think you'd at least know how to drive it. But as this guy goes to do the burnout, for whatever reason or somehow, he messes up and ends up kind of skidding way too early and goes sideways to the point where his wheels are still spinning, but his car is now in the road perpendicular. Like, he's going to drive into the other lane of traffic sideways and get T-boned. And at that point, everyone is kind of looking at it like, oh my God, because it looks like this guy's about to crash his Lamborghini. All right, guys, I'm going to interrupt the video for just 1 second. If you take a look on screen now, you'll actually see a PSN gift card. For those of you that don't know, I give away a gift card in every single video I post here on the channel as a way to just say thank you to you guys for supporting me and watching the videos. So yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you never miss another one. If you already have them on, you're an absolute G. And on that note, I'll shut up and get back to the video. Thanks. And so he goes to straighten it back out, and he kind of gets there, but not before, like, you know, the curb's coming. And so his left wheel kind of hits the curb at probably like a 45-degree angle, just enough where you hear just a crunch, and you see the wheel kind of go cambered in. Do you know what I mean? Like, the bottom of the wheel is now bending a way that it's not supposed to be bending. And obviously, everybody at the car show, you know, it doesn't take a mechanic to realize that that's really bad. But because it's a car show, everybody's like, oh, to the point where, you know, there's the sound of a car accident, but you can still audibly hear the oh of everybody at the car show when they realize that this dude probably just broke his axle on his Lamborghini. And for those of you that are like, whatever, it's expensive, but he owns a Lambo. Yeah, replacing an axle on a Lamborghini costs about, I would guess in the ballpark of, from what I just looked up, at least like 20 grand. I mean, there was some places I found where it's like, you can get it repaired at Walmart for 2 grand, but I don't know if I'm trusting Walmart to work on the Lambo. You know what I'm saying? Still, it's a pretty considerably expensive repair, not to mention, it's not moving. Like, you're not driving this car from where it is, so now you've got to call a tow truck, get it towed, in front of the car show where you just made fun of them, called them hicks and idiots, and then you totaled your $250,000 car in front of them. That's what I call hilarious irony. Like, if you were gonna crash it anywhere, dude, you just had to have not crashed it in front of everybody that you just called stupid idiots. That was like the one thing that he had to do, and he just couldn't keep it together. Obviously, he gets out of the car, hands on the head, just absolutely like, oh my God, can't believe what just happened, as you do when you realize you've made a mistake that's gonna cost quite a bit of money. And instead of, you know, just sitting there and waiting, he just starts walking down the road. Because down the road was like this shopping center with stuff in it, like some stores. And they watch him kind of walk into this Starbucks, and he just sits there. I'm sure it was the embarrassment of crashing right in front of everybody he had just made fun of, bro. Like, I don't know if I could have sat there and waited for the tow truck if I had just called everybody inbred hicks and then crashed my car in front of them. That's hilarious. But whatever, after about 45 minutes, you know, the tow truck ended up coming up. He came back out and they towed it. But in the meantime, in that 45 minutes they were waiting for the tow truck and he was in the Starbucks, Everybody at the car show, as petty as this is, it's also hilarious, decided at that point that they better go get pictures with the car because he wasn't going to charge them then. And so basically everybody there ended up getting pictures of this crashed Lamborghini that was pretty broken. And he was not there to charge him for it. So it looks like he didn't make his profit at the end of the day. Probably could have made a little bit more money charging for the crashed Lamborghini pictures. Not a good entrepreneur. Regardless, moral of the story, be careful of showing off in front of a car show. It's probably not worth it to total your car, and also, be careful, because if you do make fun of a bunch of people for being hicks and then try to do a burnout, you will crash your car. That's just the way the universe works. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. I know this was a short one. Long ones are back tomorrow. I do promise you. I've been writing one down. I got you guys. It will be a good video. Regardless, if you enjoyed, I would really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought of the video. Turn on subscriptions, notifications, all that good stuff. If you really want to support me, you can use code SCRUBBY at the G Fuel checkout. That is a fantastic way to get a discount. Help me out. Check out the intro song down below. My Scuffed Cast podcast is down in the description too. And if you take a look at your screen, you'll see the coolest merch to ever exist in the history of the planet, which can also be yours with a trip down to the description. But yeah, on that note, guys, that'll do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.